And they have the draft, heading right into it.
All right, Talibobo believers and Woof Woof, our match to watch of day one. We are headed into the draft phase. Of course, our bans are blind and simultaneous here at Unite. Well, let's see what happens. I'm guessing a Woof Woof Espeon ban, but who knows?
I would for sure get rid of the Espeon if I was Woof Woof, but Tali, they might just want to gamble something with. They could ban Mew and just hope that Espeon maybe is left open. See what they do right here. And it's going to be Trevenant and then the Espeon.
Yeah, so Trevenant being banned away. We're going to grab Hoopa first pick, being favored over the Slowbro first pick quite a bit. That does mean that Woof Woof is going to be able to grab that very important defender, but all right, Megu wants that Slowbro. We will let we will let the Hoopa stay on the bench.
With the Trevenant gone, they're just like, okay, we're just going to pick the best defender that is also still open. I even would say that Slowbro is probably higher priority than Trevenant.
Yes.
Those times. Just the night move is so important.
Yeah.
And they might even stay at Hoopa as well. Woof Woof does not pick it up. They're going to go for the Dodrio, for Caligula again, and they're just going to pick up the Mew to make sure that they have that ranged attack already locked in.
Yeah, Woof Woof wanting to really dominate the bottom path, and of course just filling out their damage core so far. Tally Believers, though, grabbing the Urshifu, so Klaus going to have a very mean all-arounder within that top path. What does Potato want to do to counter that matchup? It's all reliable. Garchomp for Potato is headed into the top path.
Go straight for the Garchomp. I mean, Klaus could also maybe play the Urshifu. Depends on who they want to have it on.
Yeah.
I don't know if Toonstone necessarily... I mean, there's the Buzzword. Okay,
there we go.
And I think that's a... Oh, it's a difficult matchup. I think it's a very skill-intense matchup.
Yeah, we are going to... I think cooldown management is going to be more important than it has ever been before. I mean, when do you Dragon Rush? When do you Superpower? These decisions will make or break this matchup. That final selection of Comfey, kind of wild that we're getting it in these final moments, but Dodrio will be in partnership with that Comfey, Caligula and Human running around the map together.
And even just the Garchomp. Just having any all-rounder just makes it instantly so much more deadly.
True.
And this actually looks like it's going to be Toon Slim on the Buzzwole.
Okay.
I'm not sure. They actually have like 3 Pokemon that can go into Center area.
Yeah.
The Glaceon, the Urshifu, but Klaus playing it right now. I don't know which. He has Razor Claw. It could be any bit, honestly. It could be. But he has a full heal, so it's probably going to be a Surging Strike. The full is always a good indicator for it, of course.
Exactly.
If you go for the Single Strike, it's often eject button.
Yeah, especially, I mean, you haven't really lived until you eject button a Wicked Blow into the enemy backline. It's a thrill I can only describe in not even words. I would use dance, but I'm not on camera. Talibobo Believers versus Woof Woof in our game number 1. Draft already starting off with some very interesting things. I mean, I've had so much Buzzwole gameplay today. I love that. My favorite Pokemon to play within the game, and it's been looking really good so far. Now, you mentioned you think it's a solid counter to the Garchomp. Explain.
Which one?
Buzzwole?
Buzzwole. I mean, it's just difficult for the Gibbet to actually get something done. Like, the level 5 Power Strike of Buzzwole is just so much that, like, every time one ally comes to your top path as well, you just have a free knockout onto Garchomp. Like, it's very easy. But I want to see who goes to the central area, because I think it's going to be Klaus. Okay. It's actually Klaus. He's going to get to level 5, and then he's going to just take over top path probably afterwards. And then we have, I would assume, the Glaceon at some point going for the central area.
That would make a lot of sense to me. Lundaroo playing that Glaceon, so the newest addition to this roster, but they've been looking clean in their matches so far. Obviously, a fantastic attacker player, and they showcase a lot of early skill.
They actually... Small mistake there.
Yeah.
They want to give out the Raptor for to Hoopa for the early game pressure on top path, but Klaus with their basic attack steals it away. But it's not going to be too big of a disaster. Hoopa again still very strong. But this could have been the difference maybe Potato dropping already super low on its HP, but Hoopa with the Berry Steel is able to keep Toon Slim also very healthy.
That Magician extra move that Hoopa has access to, stealing away a Citrus Berry from Woof Woof's side, and an eject button to reach it. Really nice gameplay and good synergy between Toon and Zervis.
The Urshifu still being almost in every game today.
Yeah.
And it's the funny part is that both things can get played, right? And this time we again have his Surging Strikes. We said about the full here, and he's going to just be very aggressive. Doesn't have a comfy for himself though, so I mean, could be a bit. He has to be a bit careful at least. Yes,
I actually think taking both Ball Toys and the Central Air, but gets an early engage in the Caligula, but they got the Comfey. Superpower brings back the Gibble, and Potato is gone. Early knockout. Buzzwole already making Chris's prediction come true as Human tries to run. Astonish maybe stopping them, but no. I believe they should be safe, but Klaus has got other plans.
No, Urshifu in the enemy Flux Zone is comfort zone. This is where he lives, like, early game, you have no chance, and now they're going to go for this invade. Dodrio's going to have a very hard time. Hoopa and Urshifu already running towards the central area. Xanthi trying to respond to it, hitting that Solar Beam, but it's not a lot of damage early game. There's the Hyperspace Port as well, and they're just both out. Just in case something happens, this is why Hoopa goes for these invades. You can just always out. They're just coming
they're coming back. Yeah, Klaus not able to catch the Dodrio, the speedster variety of Caligula, enough to escape that little bit of an engage, but Zervis is hanging out. I don't believe they have vision on this Hoopa. Finally, they do, but but they get in position for the red buff, trying to steal it away, but Caligula secures that one again.
Jack Glacian picking up the left side, central area, and it's going for Dorio again, and there's a Comfey on it, so Comfey's also going to fall. Double KO instantly for the Yoshifu, and you just can't fight this in early game. It is, and then Buswell taking down Potato.
Yes, taking down Potato, leaving that goal zone on 1 as well. So Toon making it look very, very easy on this Buzzwell. That top path advantage that they have gained is enormous. A level 5 on Potato, not where you would like to be at all. Zante has to try to escape with an agility, but too much damage slides in for the Believers as they start scoring in early. Caligula on a big flank, but they only have the Glaceon to shut down. They take down 1, but I don't know if this fight's even favored in there right now.
They at least get 1 knockout, but they have 0 points on the board, which means also, in case someone is stacking, they have 0 stacks currently on. So it's kind of scary for the side of Woof Woof. Tali just with insane early game again. The Buswell is just much stronger early game. Their central area is much stronger. The Yoshifu, like, nothing can fight it early game. Maybe there's one Pokemon, but it's not allowed in this tournament that could probably fight it. But even that struggles right now.
Right.
Like, if you fight against that Surging Strike Yoshifu on level 5, you just have no chance.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup for sure. Registeel, the first baseman Reggie to appear. Early positioning, giving over to Talibobo Believers as Woof Woof look for an angle in. Zante with an Electro Ball to Megu, but they just soak up that damage, no problem at all. Marv looking for a heavy slam from the back line, but Megu putting up a fantastic front line defense.
Isaac Spear comes through, going for Snorlax. They actually take it down. Also nice reactivation instantly on Comfey from Klaus there. Take it down, so make sure it can't be attached to anyone else. They keep on going for Dory now. Dory trying the jump kick there, but he's gonna miss the drip pick onto Registeel, and Tali just gonna secure it, and that's the 118 to 0 points. You also have Klaus working on the Regieleki. He's going to take it very easily, and they're going to score 16 more points, already at 172 to 0.
Yeah, Tali Believers are doing so well that Woof Woof's only got a donut in their score line. Ridiculous start for the best team in Europe right now, and I mean, again, every game we see them play, they're making a better argument for best team in the entire world.
Yeah, for sure, and again, they don't even have their full roster. That's the amazing part. That's what I meant. They have so many star players that even if someone is missing, Toonslim can fill in. Klaus having amazing game so far. Megu just holding down bot path always with slow, bro.
Yes.
Can't even fight it. And they're gonna look for the push again onto you right here. They just want the Comfey as well, because Comfey is always a double KO. Yeah. It's like always, just go on, keep on ganking that lane. You might just get a double KO and like 40 points going. Klaus with a double KO on top path as well. They try and get the Regieleki in. Snorlax trying to defend. Can he do it? The super power comes through. Smackdown, and they might be able to defend it. Barely. But there's the Garchomp behind coming through. Maybe finally some KOs. It's Servus. No, he doesn't make the hyperspace portal. Just not barely, but they're able to defend the Regieleki. And also, Tali just going a bit too deep now.
Now, this is the draft that was promised. You have a Garchomp that is finally at level 9, and things are starting to swing the other direction. Toon was able to get a couple of knockouts on the top path, but finally, in response, a bit of a comeback experience headed towards Woof Woof. But again, a reminder, it's 285 to 0. These KOs are fantastic, but you need to get on the scoreboard if you're going to have a chance in the endgame.
It's insane, like playing against Tali, Believers. It's so difficult. They have 0 points. And again, Woof Woof looked great earlier as well today. They looked very on point, and you can just see how confident Tali is when they plays. They just keep on going, they're just aggressive. I feel like aggressive teams just have a higher chance of winning. Like if it's very hard to respond to this aggressiveness.
Yes. Exactly.
Of just permanently being in the enemy center area and just pressuring those buffs.
Yeah, you gotta in turn try to turn on the aggression yourself. Toonslim takes a lot of early damage, but the Hoopa is there. Zervis able to bring the team in, but Klaus with another amazing flank is able to shut them down. Gets a KO streak of 2 as Marv falls to the hands of Klaus again.
I rated Klaus as the player to watch for this tournament, and you can see why. Like, he plays so many different Pokemon, so many different styles, and he just plays them all insanely well. He's like one of the biggest anchors as well of this team. And last year as well, he made it to the World Championship. He was part of it, so he's a very, very experienced player.
Oh yeah, experienced player, and I would dare to say even getting better tournament after tournament. Mechanical skills are there, and I know they are a big communicator on their roster as well. Toon and Klaus holding that down for sure. Regieleki does go over to the side of Woof Woof, and Potato's looking for a big engage on their Unite, but Klaus is taking this 1v1 despite that.
Yeah, just taking no damage actually. Now Garchomp getting taken down. He just gets destroyed by the Icicle Spear, taken down as well, sent back to base. Woof Woof, they can't do anything with the Regieleki. He's just sitting there just like, oh, we're just tanking it. It's not gonna go in. You're not gonna score any points this game. I feel like Dorius at some point gonna sneak some in, so make sure it's not a 0-point game.
Yes, exactly.
But right now, Woof Woof, they need a very good team fight. But they can still for sure. They have a Garchomp with the eject button, they have a Rotary Knight, if they catch out the Glaceon, but then we have a Slowbro with Surf, he's close to level 11, so Surf Plus is there soon, it's amazing peeling, and Landuru also level 13 already.
Yes.
So he's gonna deal incredible amounts of damage.
And Landuru is a tough target to knock down too. Even if you get to that backline, you gotta make sure you trip the passive out of Glaceon first before you can truly find that knockout. So Garchomp could have a tough time doing that. Toon taking the Hoopa hyperspace hold back, but on the return, they find a knockout on a potato. Yet another one happens for Toon.
This is what I meant in the draft. Maybe they should have just went for the last pick on top pair. Like, try to counter whatever Tali comes up. But they had the chance for the last pick, and now the Buzzwole just completely rolls over the Garchomp. I feel like in late game teamfights, in the last one, it could still be a bit different. But with such a huge lead right now, it's very difficult for the Garchomp to still do something as well. Because Tali Weavers just have complete control of the map. They also have a Hoopa, which means they can just go towards top goal, go towards bot goal, try to score, and then still pour to Rayquaza instantly in case something happens. I want to see more of those plays as well. Yeah, I would love a little bit of flexibility on the map rotation that Hoopa can provide. Talibobo believers have earned themselves that opportunity with a 285-0 lead as we're headed into the last 2-minute mark. Woof Woof making a play towards the Regieleki. Little do they know, Toon is hidden. Bug, Waiting Tiger, looking to see if they get a knockout. Klaus knocking out the Regice. 5 seconds to the final stretch, and Talibobo believers is moving towards the Ray Pit. 285-0 points. Woof Woof, they just have to find their best team fight yet in the tournament. They just need to. They just need to find some targets. But again, it's so hard to break through the Slowbro, break through the Hoopa, and then they stay close waiting. But they're going to look for the top path right now, trying to find a way in, but they really just... There's just Slowbro standing there. What are they supposed to do? It's just like a big wall, and if you walk in, you're just going to get surfed, stunned. And then we just have to like slowly working on the Rayquaza. Yeah, that triple knockup is one that's tough to deal with. Megu is isolated by Marv and company, but there's too much damage in the out-sustain. All of it. Slow Beam is dealt with. Toon and Megu combining for a big knockout on Potato, and the biggest team fight threat is wiped off the board. Rayquaza now the main focus of their attention. Caligola and Human are waiting on the wings to see if they can try to swoop in and steal that objective, but too late as Klaus gets the Rayquaza. Klaus secures it, and they just go for it. They don't care. Even if they lose the Rayquaza here, they will just start getting these shields off, and they're just going to keep on going ham. Going to 100 points going for Slowbro. And are we really going to have a 2-0 game in the winners semi-final? There's no way, right? Knock on wood, I don't know, but Woof Woof is going down faster than Housing Crisis. Ridiculous plays for Talibobo believers. 585-0. Woof Woof with a donut in the score column right now as they are the best team in the world. Oh, for sure. Not that 200 points go in. It's just... At this point, Woof Woof just wants to score a point. Yes. I think they just want to score a point. They have 40 seconds left. They don't want to go out to 0. I think it's also very like, difficult for the mentality to keep on going after getting this dismantled. So, oh, they have to refocus for the next draft and just try to maybe... I mean, I don't know, I think it's something with the draft issue. It's just Tali believers are so good, and they just they wait down the Dodrio, make sure, no, you can't score points. You're not allowed to, no. Potato not going in, they're trying. Do they have a Scorchy baby on the Snorlax? Can they score those points? Comfey trying, detaching, but no. Garchomp diving in as well again, trying to go for those points, but they can't. 7 seconds are left, you trying. Potato going down, double kill for the Glaceon, and we have a clean 2-0 game. Clean shutout for Talibobo believers. Ridiculous, holding it down. An incredible dominant win. It doesn't get more one-sided than that as Talibobo believers start this winners semifinals off in a fantastic way. That's, you know, those knockouts on top head, they're a bit rough, but we believe in this team comp. We can run it big. We want to show that it wasn't a draft. We just had a bad game and want to just repeat. Question is, do you get rid of this Urshifu? Yeah, that could be the first ban away for Woof Woof. Yeah, I think we're going to see a repeat of the same bans from last game. I imagine an Espeon on the orange side or Urshifu on the purple side, but you never know. These teams might be cooking, and a Slowbro ban on the side of Woof Woof. So what could be the first pickup right here? Is it going to be Hoopa? The Dodrio really didn't have any impact last game. Absolutely zero. It didn't, It took more damage than it did. Yes, that... The Speedster. It's very rough. They pick up the safe new option, and I would like to see Zorok. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen Zorok today much. That is very true. Have you seen him at all? No, I have not seen a single Zorok on stage. I'd love to see it more, but a Megu getting that Snorlax in response. So a Slowbro ban away is definitely Megu's iconic Pokemon, but they have made the Snorlax look great today in tournament as well. Woof Woof going to grab the support core that they are building with a Comfey and Trevenant, a truly immortal combo near the end game. Now I worry for the early game again. Going for the... we saw the Treven and Comfey earlier for Summer House, and actually Woof Woof was destroying this duo. So they want to try themselves. And again, Cloud, now we have a... I mean, Klaus could also play Buzzwole, Toonslam can play Buzzwole.
Yep.
They have such huge Pokemon pools. And then we have a safe Delphox being locked in as well for that ranged carry and the late game carry potential. Always make sure you have that safety net in case something goes wrong. Just let Delphox farm somewhere wild Pokemon, and it's going to catch up at some point. And again, we have Garchomp and also Urshifu.
Yeah, interesting. Doubling up on that combination. Maybe sending we're sending the Urshifu into the central area first, I have to imagine. And the Toonslam Charizard makes an appearance.
There we go. That's a Charizard after the buffs. It's all right again.
Yeah.
You can for sure consider it. It's just Unite move, farm experience, Unite move, farm experience, Unite move, farm experience. You don't really fight outside of Unite move much. That's quite difficult unless you have a Comfey yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, Xanthi now rocking the Urshifu, and he has a Comfey as well, so...
Yes.
And look, he's running an Energy Amplifier.
Energy Amplifier as well as Toonslam playing that one. Yeah, I think that was going to be a last swap. That makes sense. Zante on that one makes a bit more sense. Caligola, and Caligola on this Urshifu almost never plays the Rapid Strike build. I was talking to this player off stage before and just kind of grilling them with questions, and they were saying that they like the Wicked Blow build, they prefer the secure angle, and that's the one that they're most comfortable with.
And he's running eject button, so it'll probably be that single strike.
Yes, that makes sense. The single strike build of Urshifu really was the stuff of legend shortly. Maybe a bit of parity created between these two builds now, but more of a player preference. And when it's in the hands of Caligola, I trust it. I really do.
Yeah, for sure. But I guess the Comfey is going to be mainly staying on Garchomp then. Because, like, Wicked Blow Urshifu is not really a target that goes over and over again. It just like does one big damage thing and then just like disappears again.
Yeah.
So it's not really like the greatest synergy with a Comfey.
Yes, that is true. In a worst case scenario, maybe you need that last minute support from the flowering of human, but who knows? We do have another Garchomp in path. Woof Woof bringing the iconic Pokemon for Potato once again.
And I fear again for Woof Woof's top path.
Yes.
Up against Buzzwole and a Hooper. Oh, Toonslam making a small mistake right here. The Xardex living on 1 exact HP. But whatever, he just goes to the Baltoy. Just forget about it fast. He's going to clear the center area very fast, doesn't matter what.
Yeah.
Heading towards the blue buff for the level 5. Probably going to see a Flamethrower. Fire Punch is just a bit too risky.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, Fire Punch, fun in solo queue, maybe not in those competitive games too much. Klaus roaming, looking for a target they can find early, only at level 3, but they want to get to that level 5. Potato barely outpacing them in the early start of this game.
Potato just needs level 5 as fast as possible. Pick up that Dragon Rush, able to get those last hits in, and hopefully don't fall too far behind. And currently, they're doing much better in the first game already. Also, make sure you don't die on the first go down on the first Itaria spawn.
Yes.
Because that one is very rough to come back from.
Yes, yeah, you can't let that landslide experience go over to Talibobo believers too early, because if any team in the history of Unite is going to get a lead and hold on to it, it's the believers. Toonslam with a very early engage. Caligola charging up that Wicked Blow to try to get some experience. They get a decent amount, but Klaus gets the early damage. Woof Woof going to escape this one.
Klaus very aggressive with the eject button, but so Urshifu is just able to get out with the Tony eject button. That's where it comes in handy. Toonslam now trying to just farm experience. He just wants Charizard. He's not going to do much until then. Just farm wild Pokemon, get to Charizard, and just try to have Unite move for the first Reggie fight. That's the only thing that matters. Spot path looking also quite even. I think it's, I mean, there's Mew up against a Delphox, and Mew, of course, is going to be much favored.
Yes.
We're still looking for the Trevenant Evolution right now. Still stuck on level 4. You pick that Woodhammer. Klaus dropping low, but the Hyperspace Portal. Instantly full HP as well again. And it's just so annoying to play against.
It is. I mean, those Hoopa resets are so important. And Zervis, one of the most intelligent Hoopa players that we have in the region, knows just when to lay down those portals. I mean, that timer that it ticks down is no joke. It's tough to play around in an uncoordinated situation, but Talibobo Believers is anything but that. Caligola getting a lot of that experience, though, stealing it away from Lundaroo, but they have hit level 7. Delphox now feeling a bit better about their pathing phase.
And Trevenant still looking for level 5, but the XP share right now, kind of denying it a tiny bit, but there we go. Finally, Woodhammer unlocked, and Mego's gonna... No, it's actually Marth playing it. Yeah. Looking for those Woodhammers now. Going really aggressive with the Conk. They want to try to maybe score some points right here, but Heavy Slam's gonna stop it for now. Can they do it though? No, 30 points for going for the Urshifu. There's a Hoopa actually coming through. They're just gonna port towards Spot Path.
Yeah, now all of a sudden Wolf was in danger. They're trying to escape, but Lundaroo gets a lot of early damage onto Marv, who's trying to escape. One big Woodhammer, not enough to save them as they go down, and Woof Woof is sent just reeling back to their own goal zone.
But we have a point lead to Woof Woof.
There you go. It's not zero.
Quite
it's
good
not
for
zero.
them. Just as a confident boost already.
Yeah.
But yeah, top path already looking very in favor of Klaus again. Again, the Buzzwole against Garchomp matchup. I do think Buzzwole is favored. And you need a bit of luck as a Garchomp player. Just get those early last hits in and hopefully get to level 5 fast. But we have the Regirock fight hopefully breaking out right here.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Megu and Lindaru for way out-leveling the Mew in their path. Great call out by Megu, though. They heavy slam onto 2 of them. Wicked Blow engages, but Caligula just going a little bit too early. Charizard already down. Huge critical hit there from the Urshifu as Woodhammer goes wide. Regirock brought down to a sliver of HP, but in the end, Woof Woof is going to grab it. Chaos Rika 2 for Caligula as they make it look clean. And Woof Woof is back in this match.
And Caligula didn't hesitate going for Charizard there, proccing his 2 unstoppable things, so Charizard tried to Unite move, but against unstoppable effects, you can't unite with the Charizard. And it's one of the biggest issue of the Pokemon.
Yes.
As soon as there's a full heal or unstoppable characters, and of course if you charge a Victor, you're permanent unstoppable, so it's quite difficult to actually find the targets in teamfights.
Yeah, great understanding by Caligula to understand the micro decisions that you have to make when playing a Pokemon. It's impactful as Urshifu, and even more in the face of Toon's Charizard. Regieleki now being the center showcase of the fanciful fireworks from Lindaru as they knock out Regieleki, and Woof Woof's here for the defense.
Toon's blocking low HP, but has Hyperspace Portal. They try to push him at exactly at 20 points, and Woof Woof is probably just going to let it go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you just let it go in. You're going to get free experience for the rest of the game, and you're going to be just very happy about it. No big overcap, not a lot of experience over to Tali Believers, because if you score 40, 50 points, it's half a level of experience.
True.
That's just the night right now.
That is true. You do have to make it look a little hard, though, because otherwise they're going to score early, and all of a sudden that Reggie's headed towards your tier 2. So great decision there by Woof Woof. Hornleech finally available for Marv as they are ticking towards their Unite move of level 9, and they got it. They're online. Tally Believers looking to see if they can rotate in a bit of a split push in the top and bottom as Zervis is hiding out. Potato looking to see if Klaus wants to make a little bit of a cheeky push. Potato waiting in the wings.
And we still need Hooper Unite, Snorlax Unite, so Talia just waiting right now. 30 seconds, they have time right now, but Hooper now picking up level 9. Unbound is unlocked, which means Talia Believers, they could look for a top tier 2 push right here. That Unbound just, it's so unfair to have Hooper only on one side. It's so unfair for macro.
A great call out by Potato to be hanging out for this one. The fight starts happening a little bit in the bottom path. I don't know if Potato wants to take a 2v1. I guess the time, runs out. They just can't wait any longer as Hoopa is in position. Big Hornleech tries to get an engage as Mego gets a heavy slam, finding nobody, but the Hoops Unbound are bringing the squad down. Caligula brought in, they get too much damage too early, and Toon finds a Unite move this time. They start raining in fire from the sky as the Hoopa Unite keeps Marv back and ready in this fight. Flowery Fields forever popping up, a Potato gets a Dragon Rush into 4. Unite move in, and they start swinging the other direction. Woof Woof grabs the Registeel, and they are charging into the enemy team of Talibobo Believers.
There's the Potato from the quarterfinal, goes in, finds a 4-man Dragon Rush eject button, and it can always be a dangerous sign. That's why you always play eject button on Garchomp. Always. Instant Unite move as well, and they just take down. This could be the insane comeback fight for Woof that they needed. Potato setting up wonderfully. Just a very good read. And Tali just stacking up too much on the Reggie there. Of course, it was a great play by Potato, but Tali also just grouped up way too much.
Yeah, I mean, you grouped up too much. You're trying to get that damage to the bulky Pokemon like Trevenant. They did not expect Potato's flank whatsoever, and what a pop-off for them. Woof Woof may not be in the lead on the scoreline, but they are back in this game in a major way, and any confidence booster they need after that crazy game number 1.
And going into a Rayquaza fight, I would be very confident of Woof Woof. They have the much better last hitting tool. They have a Garchomp in late game with a Compay. It's so hard, it's so difficult to take down. Toon actually maybe looking for a Unite move right here. Xanthi knows about it. He's instantly eject buttons away because he's not going to get caught. There's your Unite onto Charizard. They're going to Solar Beam and take down Toonslin. They're like, you want to go for us now? We turn it around instantly.
What a combo there. Xanthi lining up that perfect shot of the Solar Beam whenever that Pokemon's going to land upon the ground. Great response by Woof Woof again, shutting down Talibobo Believers. The download is starting to happen, and Woof Woof has got a bit more understanding.
Buswell flying in, they're going to take down Trevor. They try to maybe get rid of the score. It's still currently at full points, 80 out of 80. So Tali, they have a lot of points against this score on this point. But Potato now bringing Woof Woof very close. 50 points just going for free.
Yeah, there we go. A pretty big advancement. All of a sudden, Woof Woof's only trailing by 10 as we're about a minute away from that final stretch. Potato just needs to get up to these levels as fast as possible. But already at 13.5, I mean, they're sitting pretty. They can leave that to other team members that need to earn their Unite move.
That's what he's doing right now. He's like, I'm not going to reach a 14. I'm just going to leave those white Pokemon on low HP, make sure my allies get it, and make sure they all have the Unite moves up, hit their power spikes as well. Because level 14, I feel like he could have reached it, but having crossed the board is probably more important.
Yeah, great selflessness from Potato. I love to hear that. Now, Regice is the target of Tally Believers. Megu just playing great defense, making it impossible for Marv to get anywhere close to his objective. But meanwhile, in the top path, Woof Woof finds another angle back into this game. 41 points is attempted by Toon, but Marv is holding down this goal zone 1v3.
Yeah, Trevenant trying to defend right here, and Woof now in a lead of 60 points, so Tali believers. For the first time, they're actually behind. When it comes to the last 2 minutes, so they actually have to do something else. But as I say, then 82 points gone for Toonslam. Tali back in the lead, and the fight's actually breaking out right now. But oh no, instantly disengaged.
Yeah, I mean, Marv was actually horde-leeching for a bit of an escape. Klaus waiting to try to get a 50-point in the bottom goal zone as a bit more posturing happens around the Ray Pit. Again, Megu with some fantastic forward positioning. A heavy slam block is a great combination for Toonslam to try to engage onto. It's tough to get any unstoppable while you're in the air, and Toon can combo off that fantastically.
And for the solo queue players, Buswell is allowed to backcap right here because of Hooper.
Oh, okay.
You can't. Backcapping is good in this case because you can always just make it back to Ray instantly. The Hornleash is in there. The Woodhammers are landing. Tali now with a huge lead. Toonslam is caught. No, that's unstoppable. He doesn't get to grab before the hyperspace pole just barely gets into it. And now there's the Unbound. They're trying to maybe fight back, but Toonslam has to wait for Unite. He's looking for the flank right now. Can he catch Santi? The superpower onto the Mew. But Unite is there as well. Toon just can't get Unite out right now.
Finally gets an activation of it. Lundaroo was able to escape the clutches of Potato for long enough as Talibobo Believers is raining upon the damage the other direction. Potato, Caligula, and Human are all fighting over this one, and Woof Woof grabs it again! The Urshifu secures it as Caligula secures yet another Rayquaza.
And there's no damage deal up for Tali, so they can't get rid of these shields. They're scarred. They have no damage deal up. Hooper's Snorlax is not enough. They have the block, but Woof Woof now in a lead of 50 points. There's only 30 seconds left, so Tali, another 100 points going for the comp as well. And Woof Woof just turned this game around and secure Ray. Amazing.
That is how you bounce back after a shutout game number 1. Woof Woof with a crazy comeback potential. Potato Unite moving into the back. Toon finally landing a huge Unite, but the Charizard not enough to swing it the other direction. They use a lot of resources to get a few members of Woof Woof off the map, but an Urshifu in the end is a threat until the last second. Crazy last minute secure as Woof Woof ties this game up 1-1. So you don't think we're gonna see Cinderace on this draft?
Cinderace.
Probably not. Okay, yeah.
It's not it right now.
I agree, for what it's worth, but I do think we're gonna be seeing an Urshifu ban from Talibobo Believers.
Sadly, physical Tekka are currently not really it. I would like to see a Dragapult. I love seeing Dragon so much, but
that it would be a spicy pick. That would be a very spicy pick. Let's see if Talibobo has any other spice. Now I imagine Urshifu, Espeon are gonna be our 2 bans, but I have been wrong before, although no one can prove it. But
I kind of want to see the Urshifu just gone. No, Trevenant again, and the Espeon. So Hooper is going to be straight up choice. And now Woof Woof could pick up that new Urshifu for themselves. So, but Slowbro's also okay.
Yes.
Slowbro.
When Talibobo has the chance, it seems like Slowbro is their go-to first pick. It's Megu's comfortable pick. They love that Pokemon more than anything else, but the response of Hoopa Mew is also really strong. Finally, we get to see the human Hoopa.
Oh yeah, there's the Hooper for Woof Woof. So contested. It's so difficult to decide between these Pokemon.
Yeah.
And now Tali, gonna go back to the Urshifu. Eldegoss, we haven't seen much Eldegoss today yet, but actually just pick an early Glaceon. They go back to what they played in the first game.
Yeah, I think Glaceon has had a lot more impact than people were expecting with that Icicle Spear build in this game. Now, a response on the side of Woof Woof. We're hovering Buzzwole. Maybe Potato not picking up the Garchomp. Sorry, Cynthia. We're on Buzzwole time now.
It's Buzzwole time for Potato. He wants to have his moments again like he's in the quarterfinal.
Absolutely.
What's interesting, the Glaceon running Rapid Fire Scarf, Spoon, and Wise Glasses. So, I mean, it's going to be Icicle Spear, of course, again. It's also much better for playing on both path than Icicle Spear. And just no fake attack speed to just make sure you build those up much, much faster. And Toonslam, he's a very insane Dorio player.
No, you give Toonslam, you give Toonslam one of the Magnemites that hold the cameras on the map, and he'd win the game. I mean, Toonslam an absolutely phenomenal player. Oh, wait!
It's a Gengar! No way!
Let's go!
It's a Gengar. I'm casting it.
Okay.
Oh, there's no way.
Also, I don't know if anybody else saw that. When the Gengar was locked in, every camera on Tally Believers was all 5 of them just looking over at the other side, like, what? So here we go. We're cooking.
Gengar. I'm excited. Double Glasses, Spoon. Not going for the stacking ones, which is totally fine. It's much harder to also just get your stakes in pro play, because you can't just walk in. You know, Tali Believers are not just going to get knocked out over and over again.
True.
But they counter jinx them now. I kind of want to see that.
I know. I want to see it too. All right, Chris. Gengar is one of your most iconic picks. We know it. We love it. Why does it make sense in this composition? Why are Woof Woof leaning towards it?
I don't know if it makes sense.
Okay, great. Yep. No, I thought that might be your answer.
I don't think it's a good Pokemon right now. It's like it's a very good Pokemon in disoriented play. So when there's a lot of chaos going on, you find those pickoffs. Maybe they just want to surprise. Like, they just Talibobo are like, what is happening now? When you play against this Pokemon, you don't play a lot.
True.
You actually don't know how much it does. That's why I like it when teams that are, a bit worse pick up things that you don't play often against.
Right.
At least one. They don't have to make it completely crazy, but like that last pick is just to throw Talibobo off a bit of their game. Yeah. They're like, what is this Gengar going to do? Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. Sometimes you just got to throw a curveball at your enemies and see if they can try to pick it up. Now, the Gengar is an exceptional curveball. That one that I would not expect, but reminder, you said you don't like it. Caligula does, and they are looking to prove you wrong and the whole world wrong as they're trying to get to that winner's finals against Talibobo believers.
I always like Gengar, but just playing in a competitive sort of, he's up against the Slowbro as well, so one mistake, instantly Unite move.
True.
Instantly by Slowbro, and they're going to try to take on Caligula. I think he's the most important target of Woof Woof. I mean, Mew you can't reach. Buzzwole, at some point, it's like, whatever, he's still pretty good. But this Gengar's going to be the main target, and he's up against a lot of things that can just lock him down. Yeah, that's true. We don't get to see this Pokemon too much in action. It's got a bit of a slow clear. It's going to be a bit behind the 8-ball in that regard. But you got Kung Fu on the other side who's going to have that same problem. For sure, and Potato already taking a lot of damage. We have the Dodrio up on top health looking for this last hit as well right now, but they're so low HP, it actually can't go in. So, Woof Woof having, with the Buzzwole again now, much stronger top health early game, and they're trying to just repeat what they did earlier today. This Buzzwole really has seemed to be a strong insurance policy to make sure that you are winning that top path early no matter what. Whatever team has been picking it up so far. Toon going in for a double score does not get them. We have a Dream Eater. Imagine it's going to be a Shadow Ball. Great flank there by Caligula. They get on the scoreboard. And he waits for the quick attack first. He doesn't just press 3 meter. He goes in again as well. Has to eject man away this time. A bit too deep right now. But yeah, when you press 3 meter, you first do boost auto attack, you use out your move, and you see if the enemies respond to something. Waiting on the quick attack, jumping afterwards, and just takes on the first knockout of the game already for Gengar. I tell you what, that's a Dream Eater that is the stuff of nightmares for Tally believers. I mean, Dodrio having a bit of a full heal baked into their kit with the agility, but waiting that out and then responding is just, again, great mechanical play from Caligula, showcasing they're one of the best to ever do it. And this time they can't shut him just down, because they just want top path. Urshifu can't just wait. Like, he's going to get his entire central area, and he's going to get to Gengar actually quite fast now, after also getting that first knockout of the game. Yeah. And Megu against Snorlax now hitting just a bot path. So you usually don't see 5 people going for the mid Altaria, because then you can just score. Right. So, like, usually it's 3 people, 1 from top, 1 from bot, hitting towards mid with the central area, and try to go for these Altarias. All 5 going there is a big mistake. I'm just going to say, all 5 there going is a big mistake. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. Potato hanging out, looking to see if they can get an engage, but now Marv is waiting around in the wings. Snowcloak brought out with the Dream Eater, and the dive is good! Zante finds 1, and they're looking to score, and their points are raining in for Woof Woof. What an engage! Caligula tries to score. The auto attack goes onto Marv, and Caligula is able to get the score in. But they break the goal quite early on. That is true. It is still fine, I think, in this moment. They just want to take the momentum, and if Talibobo are like, oh my god, we're losing, maybe they start getting nervous, because they're the huge favorites in this match. So you don't want to get nervous, and this could just be something, oh my god, guys, we are losing to a Gengar right now. If you're stop. If you're going to break a goal zone early, make it the bottom one. Make sure that basement Reggie is a bit more in your favor when it comes down to it. Zante having a fantastic early game. 7 minutes already at level 8, but Lundaroo is right there on pace. Regirock now being targeted down by Woof Woof, but a big engage again. Dream Eater onto Megu as they get pulled back to HP with the Amnesia, but Woof Woof is able to get out of danger. And Slowbro is just so tanky, they can't take it on, they try to commit so much to it. Now there's Klaus with his surging specs, already at half HP though, but Gengar has no chance right now. He's not level 9, he's only at half HP, but he can snipe it away somehow, but no, Glaceon is able to secure it for the side of Talbelievers, and they're probably also going to get Snorlax right now. This Ice Tick is coming down, from a basic attack will do it, and Talbelievers with a kind of already a comeback team fight. Yeah, that's true. Huge Solar Beam there by Zante to get some early poke damage, but I think with the majority of players that Talbelievers has, they're going to find ways to score. They're going to find ways to get the knockouts. Fantastic work from Lundaroo and Zervis working in tandem to get some big picks there. I'm going to be honest, I thought Megu was gone. He's a level 6 Slowbro, but he took an entire Gengar combo and more and still went out alive, and then Woof Woof just used so much for the Slowbro. They started taking damage in return. Yeah. And also, if they get slowed with their Gengar's level 9, that was huge. If Megu was down there, this game would be completely different already. Is that Yawn? No. Oh. Okay, anyway. Yes, some early damage going on to Reggie Alecki as Caligula tries to get in some early knockout of this Pokemon. The objective going to go over towards Woof Woof and head towards that first tier goal zone. As Tally believers, yeah, it is Yawn. That is Yawn. It's set up for the Gengar, because if you block, it's actually harder to hit your moves. Yes, that is true. Because they get just pushed around. So I think the Heavy Slam Yawn is just to set up the Gengar. That's just pretty much it. In every single Pokemon
game, we have the sleep condition, and in Unite, it is a powerful one. A couple seconds of stun on both the Dream Eater and the Yawn is going to be hard for Tali believers to play around.
And Tali going for the dive right now. They take down Snorlax, but there's Gengar going in. But he's in a 1v4 scenario. Can he find maybe one knock, but at least get the reset in? Tries to look for the Dream Eater, goes on to Klaus, but he doesn't have enough damage to take down Klaus. Takes one berry away. Drillback comes through, and Gengar just... He's trying. I just don't have enough damage.
Well, I think if they found the target they were intending, which I have to imagine was Toon, they would have been able to do it and maybe avoid something like that. A KO streak of 2 from Toonsome in the enemy central area. Woof Woof having nowhere safe on the map as Tali believers has found another gear to enter into in our game number 3.
They're already preparing for this bottom. Reggie spawning in 10 seconds. We have 3 Unite, Studio, Slowbro, Edigos still up. Right side Woof Woof also the same amount, but they have the hoop unbound, so maybe they can still make something happen. But Dodu getting engaged on actually. Toonsome going down. To the Buzzpool and you.
I don't think Toonsome expected a whole 3-player rotation into that top pass, so they're going to charge towards that top goal zone and get some early scores in. Hoopa on the side of Woof, Human not in position to use the Unite move to bring the squad down. They're just going to give that one up to Talibobo believers.
I think that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I really was hoping they could score some points on top half. Because that would be like at least making it a tiny bit better. But they don't have a lot of Aeos energy anyways. Only Gengar's 40, but he was not there. Rudy not going in, looking for Hooper, and the drip hacks instantly there. Wonderfully played by Twin Slim. Doesn't even waste. Slowbro also locking down the bus wall. They're actually just ignoring bus wall completely.
Yeah, not a terrible strategy when Potato can do things like that double superpower reset. Let Megu just deal with that problem and instead go for the backline. Marv brought down to a sliver of HP, but it's Potato that is knocked out by Lundaroo. Fantastic play there from the newest addition to this roster.
Yeah, and again, Slowbro just. Buzzword can't take on Slowbro.
Yeah.
Just impossible. Hamdi just getting first to heal up so much HP again. Now the Regieleki is also getting taken by Tali believers. I don't think it's going to do it too much. They can maybe look for a bottom tier 2 push on the goal. Yeah. But teams don't really do it this tournament.
No, yeah, definitely not as often. And at that 3:30-minute mark, maybe you bait out a couple of Unite moves to defend against this Regieleki. That could be good value, good patience by Klaus to wait on the knockout of this objective. However, it's going to be Woof Woof cleaning up this defense. Pretty much no problems asked as Klaus looks for an engage, but that's a tough angle. Potato and Marv are a heck of a front line.
If he has fully up, he can kind of do something, but without fully, he has to be very careful.
Yes.
Just one stun. If Gengar comes in from the side, they don't have vision on Gengar right now. They actually have no idea where Gengar is. Got to be very careful, always looking for the flanks. Gengar looking for Glaceon now. It's also so difficult to actually play Gengar into Glaceon, because Dream Eater, like, it just gets instantly cancelled by the...
Snowcloak.
Yeah, it's very rough.
Yep, Snowcloak is a good passive, and Glaceon is a solid Pokemon. Level 13, Varlandaroo, they're playing so well this matchup. Marvin and early engage, they get the sleep to try to drop the special defense onto Megu, but they get hit by the Solar Beam. Take a lot of damage, but they just ignore it. It's not often that we give big shout-outs to players for just standing there, but in Megu's case, it's been doing such a good job.
He's like, yeah, guys, just throw things at me. I'm just going to heal, I'm going to heal, I'm going to heal. It doesn't really matter. Orly at level 11 now has the Surf Plus, so he's just going to be so annoying. Oh, they actually doesn't know that. They're all in this bush right now. They're actually going to look for this fight.
Yeah, Potato with a big engage. They're trying to isolate Megu, but again, why this Pokemon specifically? Klaus on the engage. Caligula immediately Unite moves, but to no avail as Klaus finds a KO streak at 2, and Talibobo believers absolutely mollywops Woof Woof in this team fight.
And Gengar without Unite move is actually very difficult to team fight him, because if you get that reset, you might just need that Unite button to re-engage.
Yeah,
reset to make sure you look patiently for the next reset, and now it's going to be very difficult for Caligula to actually find something in this team fight. And Glaceon already bursting down Rayquaza again.
Yeah, Talibobo leaves with some early attention towards that Rayquaza. Woof Woof playing far outside this ring. Now, Human does have the Hoops Unbound on this Unite move, so they can play a little fast and loose as long as Human can get in position to bring the squad home. Snorlax Unite move to try to get a bit of a knockup, and Gengar finds one! Caligula finally finds a way to knock out Megu as the engage finally starts. Klaus with a bit of a response, and Potato shuts down Toon, but Toon unites out and away as Klaus keeps doing work around the top half.
He drill packs back in, gets taken down in the end, but then we saw Gengar not having Unite move, takes him down. Klaus on the chase, but a nice smackdown for Potato is going to be able to save his support for now. And we got another fight breaking out. Everyone's just waiting to respawn now. Tali with a huge point lead so far. So Woof Woof have 1:15 seconds left. They need Rayquaza at this point. They have to go for it.
The problem is Megu still has Unite move. One of the only players with that Unite move left in the game. Surf Plus stuns out the enemy. A reset is possible, but Megu is still holding on to the slow beam. They can pick down a specific target to shut down completely, as finally Rayquaza's the main attention. Woof Woof's gotta go.
Are they gonna go for Potato? Potato just gets taken down by the Surf Plus. No chance. Amego's looking for Gengar now. He just wants to leg down. Eject buttons across the wall. That's why we eject button slowly. Takes down maybe the Gengar, but Gengar's still alive right now. Can they maybe get for the quick father? 2 people of Woof Woof are down. Oh, Gengar's trying, but he has nowhere to go. He's just getting out of tech by Mego, but his Unite move. Next Dream Meter, he has to go for it. Dream Meter, Shadow Boy, Unite Move. He has to try to get Rayquaza. Does he have enough damage? His Unite Move ran out of time! His Unite Move ran out of time, and Tali are gonna take Rayquaza down. But nice try, nice effort.
That's so close, so close. His Unite Move
just barely went out of time. He actually would have had it, I think.
I think so, if it just waited a little bit longer, but no one from Woof Woof is there for the burn to try to make that a little bit easier on the side of Caligola. Talibobo believers with a rock-solid mental hold on to this game with these final seconds, and Talibobo believers are going to defeat Woof Woof 2-1 in your winners semifinals.
Tali moving on to the winner finals already. Top 3 confirmed. They're up against Time to Shine next. And yeah, Servus is very happy, of course.
Oh yeah, they looked amazing. You gotta celebrate a fantastic win like that. Talibobo believers looking so good in that game. Obviously, game number 1, lights out, all the Talibobo believers show. Woof Woof with a solid response to make this a competitive matchup, but Talibobo believers remind everyone at home why they are the #1 ranked team in this region.